Over.
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Dulce Hernandez, and I, along with my co-counsel, C.J. Harvey and Angel Vasquez, represent the people in the prosecution of defendant Cameron Aubrey. This is a story about a young lady, Lynn Stark, an illegal immigrant with a dying sister who is desperate to live the American dream. This is a cautionary tale about people like Cameron Aubrey, who exploit desperate and vulnerable people with promises of employment, money, and security, but in the end do little more than indoctrinate their victim into a system of indentured servitude and a modern-day form of slavery. The evidence will show that Lynn Stark was looking for nothing more than a chance to work and support her family, and when she answered the ad and was hired to work at the defendant's restaurant, A Taste Centera, she believed that she had found her golden opportunity to live the American dream, but more importantly, help support her mother and dying sister. Maybe it was because of Lynn's desperation that she wasn't suspicious and didn't ask herself why the defendant was hiring an untested, inexperienced, and according to some, unqualified chef for a brand new restaurant. Maybe she should have been more suspicious when the defendant ended the interview with a particular question: will anyone in Little Centera miss you if you were gone? Despite of that, Lynn accepted the defendant employment offer, which required her to live in the studio apartment above the restaurant, an apartment that was equipped with an automatic locking door, metal bars across the windows, broken plumbing, little to no furniture, and missing bathroom door and a mildewy smell. Secondly, she had to work long hours, 7 days a week, sometimes as much as 90 hours, while on her feet continuously being chased aside for even taking short 5-minute breaks, all while being servilely underpaid, if she was even paid at all. You will also learn that the defendant was in position and kept control of Lynn's immigration documents from the time she started working to the time where the defendant was arrested. Documents that were initial for Lynn to enjoy the same freedom that everybody in this country enjoys. You'll hear from other witnesses, Julian Blake, Hayden West, and even Franklin Lyman, that it was unusual for the defendant to yell at Lynn, betray Lynn, and threaten Lynn with deportation while she was not working up to the defendant's unrealistic and unreasonable standards. More importantly, these witnesses will testify that through the defendant's actions and words, it was clear that his plans for Lynn included controlling every aspect of her life. Julian Blake will testify that from the beginning, the defendant was specifically looking for an immigrant because they worked long hours for little money. Officer Hayden West will also collaborate that not only the defendant was verbally abusive towards Lynn, that Lynn herself, out of desperation, handed him a note that read in part, "Help me, I'm treated like a slave." Defendant was even so bold as to tell the officer, "Everything under that roof is mine," in the reference of the employees of Taste Centera, or how he treated his employees of Taste Centera were his propriety interests. You will also hear from Dana Greyjoy, an expert in human trafficking, who will testify that Lynn is the exact type of person that human traffickers will try to exploit. In the defendant's action, controlling Lynn by psychologically and verbally abusing her, forcing her to work to the point of exhaustion, and controlling the very documents that gave her the freedom that she was so desperately seeking. Not even capitalized Lynn's situation, then on the night of March 9th, when the defendant became enraged, and when Lynn asked for some time off to visit her dying sister in Centera, the defendant purposely slammed the locking door after stealing Lynn's key, effectively trapping Lynn in her prison until the defendant saw fit to let her out. After all the facts and testimony in this case, we are confident that you will come to the conclusion that Cameron Aubrey is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and engaging in human trafficking and for the full imprisonment of Lynn Stark. Thank you, Your Honor.
Excellent. Very good.